when I flew the V6, I just expected that it was going to turn it into this sluggish GA-style airplane, which it didn't do. It just, we still have the geared engine. It's, the torque is multiplied, so it still is when you open that throttle up, the tail's in the air, and you're within 4 seconds you're in the air. Climbs, the only thing it did was it probably just about tripled the climb rate. You know, this thing climbs at about 2,500 feet a minute. You get to a safe altitude faster, and if you're operating out of a short runway, you're at an altitude where when you no longer have runway ahead of you that you can land on, if you had a problem, then you can you have altitude enough to turn around. It just took away my fears of having an unsafe, or let's say an airplane that would have questionable safety records. So I'm just extremely pleased with it, and it's nothing but a hoot to fly this thing with this power on it. This engine is 180 horsepower as it's in the car, where we're operating it for takeoff at about between 52 and 5,500 RPM. We figure we're at about 160 horsepower, and but we're putting a Honda engine in that's 245 horsepower at I expect that's going to be a real hot seller as well. And the engine only weighs maybe at the most 40 pounds more than this engine. So.
Okay, we are cleared for our approach. Have our Garmin GPS set up to fly the LPV. And look, here comes the glide path. And you're probably wondering how we can intercept a glide path when there's no ILS on the field. Well, hey, that's the beauty of WASP GPS. No ILS, no localizer, no problem. WASP gives us full vertical guidance even without ground-based navigation. Okay, next you're probably wondering why there's spit all over your side of the windshield.
Well, for those who may be interested in aircraft like this, can you talk a little bit about the construction profile, what it takes to build one, what's involved, and of course we got to ask the cost.
Right. We do a lot at the factory. The entire center section is built at the factory with the landing gear in it. My philosophy, and it has been this way also on the Tornado, is that anything in the kit is anything critical, and when I say critical, I mean something that if they made a mistake on it, you'd end up with a catastrophic failure. We try to take those kinds of items out of the builder's hands, and so we do all the spar work. We actually build the complete center section. The customer actually has to disassemble a portion of the center section to install the fuel tanks and also the plumbing for the retractable gear. We also do the control surfaces. Again, with the tapers, control surfaces are hard to build and so forth. So we do all of that at the factory. The fuselage is where the majority of the work is, and it's a chromoly. In fact, I did this. The reason originally I was going to do a monocoque construction in the fuselage, but the fixturing that's required would be required for each builder to do the monocoque fuselage. I felt would be adding too great a burden to the builder. So I decided to go with the semi-monocoque with chromoly steel cage, and then that way that cage becomes the fixture. So there's no need for additional fixturing to build the kit. The build time of the kit is about 1,200 hours is what we call it. Probably a lot of people are coming in maybe at around 1,500 hours, but we do have fast build portions of the kit that'll just about cut that build time in half.
Cirrus Design's Vision SJ50 single-engine personal jet offers exceptional fuel efficiency, flexible seating for up to 7, advanced avionics, and all the Cirrus safety features you expect, including the Cirrus airframe parachute system. With its detailed design, the Cirrus Vision is technologically advanced, yet engineered to be simple to fly, to allow owner pilots more lifestyle pursuits than any other personal aircraft. Learn more about the Vision SJ50 at cirrusdesign.com.
The present cost of the kit is $54,900. Depending on which engine you go with, you'll have actually the automotive engines are less money than you can end up with a completely rebuilt automotive engine for something between $5,000 and $7,000, so it's like a brand new engine. And then you have the conversion kit that goes on that's going to be, let's say, around $13,000. So for around $20,000, you've got a fresh engine ready to go. And then this prop, we actually manufacture the prop also, and this prop is about a $10,000 prop.
And how many are out there now?
We've sold 150 kits, and there's about 40 flying.
That's a pretty darn good ratio for just a few years.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm real happy with it. Of course, the sales have been strong. Of course, the way things are right now in the marketplace, I think it's soft all over. But we're seeing we still have a lot of interest, and I think it's kind of a niche market. Our customers are still very active in the marketplace. So.
I'll tell you what, we got to get up to Ohio and fly one. We'll look forward to doing that as soon as possible. But in the meantime, I have to tell you, she turned out beautifully.
Thank you, Jim, and I'm be more than happy to have you come up and fly.
Consider that a deal, man. Thank you.